Here we go. Hello, hello. Boom. There we go. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I've just finished the spotlight for Jay, so I'm just adding one more message in there. But let me know how your day's been today, guys. Definitely not much opportunity, but very interesting day. Figures trading. Be next. Boom. There we go. How is everyone? Whoa, lot of highs. Hello, Chris. Hello, like always. Hello, Gio, Michael, Chief, Golov, Andy, Leanne, Gio, Graham, Jason, Jono, Light again, Sean, Alan, Lady H, Red Snapper, Geordie, Chris, Paul, Alan, Jono, Sam, Lazy Queen, DB, Nisi. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day. We can finally properly start the week. Start the week now. Let me just grab my drink and everything. We can now properly start the week as obviously today has been a bank holiday in the US. There hasn't been much. There hasn't really been any opportunity really today, which is good. You know, it's important to highlight that in trading, there's not going to be opportunities every single day, okay? Trading is as much about when you're in a position as it's about when you're not in a position. So understand that's definitely important. Hello, Alex. Hello, Chris Black. Who's joining me and Brandon for Asia Session Live. Are you doing one Asia Session, Jay? Let me know what time, and I'll put the link in the Telegram as well, so everyone sees it. I do get messages when you do a live or Brandon does a live, and then see Og's last one as well. Some people don't see it, and they're like really annoyed that they miss it. So I want to make sure everyone's aware of when people are live, who's live, where. I would like to, and let me know your opinions on this, guys. I would like to get Jay and Adam's and Brandon's. So Jay, when Adam does one, Brandon, I think Brandon's going to be doing a lot more live streams in the near future as well. And then COG, they go live on this channel, and we have like a playlist, like an educator's playlist where live streams. The only thing is, I don't want to confuse people because they see me and then they see Adam, and people who are outside the group aren't going to be familiar with Adam and Jay and Brandon and COG. So I don't want to confuse people, but at the same time, I want to like provide that value there. So I'm unsure what to do on that front, to be honest. Hello, J1. Love you too, Geordie. Golov, yeah. It's very good value. Jay's amazing, Adam's amazing, Brandon's amazing, COG's amazing. The full teams are amazing, but the live streams are really good and really informative. And having them all in one place, one directory, I guess, makes it easier to navigate. So I just want it to be as easy as possible for you to navigate around as yeah, they are super important to catch. So yeah, more the merrier. Yeah, and plus they don't do lives all of the time, so it's not like that it's going to be a live every single day. Normally, I think Brandon normally does one with either Adam or Jay, normally like once a week. And then COG, we've been speaking, he's going to be doing one sort of once every week to 2 weeks. He's going to be doing one as well. And so I think it's a nice mix. Maybe I'll hop on with them and do it like that, just so there's less sort of confusion there, because I imagine like for people who aren't in the group, they see me and then it's like they see a random person on the account that they don't know unless you're in the private group. And so yeah, I don't want to create that confusion, but yeah. Nice, Chris. Sounds good. When you get chance, can you reply? Okay, all good. Live streams are super valuable. Get to learn a lot. I appreciate that, Lee. Appreciate that. And then I am stepping up. There's been some big meetings today. Some big meetings. I'm hiring some more people for other things that are going on. And so I had a really good meeting with a big recruitment guy today. Runs like multi 8-figure recruitment business, which is crazy. Super nice guy as well. So that was interesting. But loads of things going forward, going to be pushing a lot more super valuable content. So for example, we've got a video on the way, which is specifically for Fu Manchu and stuff like this, because, I see these live streams and videos to, spark ideas, and those ideas can then turn into profits, really. And that's sort of the idea behind it. Crypto Mill, who knows? All we can do is come up with a plan, multiple plans. If gold does this, we'll do this. If gold does this, we'll do this. If I say gold's going to go up now, there's a chance that it goes up. There's a chance that it doesn't go up. Without a stop loss, take profit, etc. It's not much value there. To all the educators and everyone else that supports us newbies. 100% Red Snapper. Yeah, massive shout out to the full team. I mean, absolutely amazing. Alan. Hello, Timothy. I need to get a job board going. I forgot who said that before, but it was a good idea, actually. Ideas make businesses these days. 100%. 100%. That's how when I was sort of getting into trading, I saw like content. I watched, like, I went down rabbit holes in trading. I just like to learn loads of different things, and then each thing would spark something. I'd go down that route, and eventually you spark the right thing and you go down the right route, and it works out very well for you. And so just finding that one thing, and everyone's different. One part of something I teach might appeal to a group of specific people. Another part might appeal to another group of specific people. So yeah. But we'll see what goes on. I've just done recently the members spotlight, which you can find on the YouTube description in that in the ColezTrades public group. I'm going to be doing one a week. Basically, the idea behind that is to highlight one member a week who's just absolutely crushed it and really is doing very well as sort of role models to show that you can do this. For example, Nisi, mom, super nice woman. And she's gone on to, she started in the group not knowing anything. And then she's had, her first 10K day like last month. She had a 12K day. She was in an in-person event, absolutely amazing. And then the most recent one, which I just did now, Jay, joined the group, making a few £100s here, a few £100s there. Now he's, leaving his job, going full time, having made over 6 figures trading, 6 figures in the bank, not 6 figures funded, like 6 figures in the bank he has made from trading, which is, absolutely amazing. Let's hope we can catch trade in Asia. I'm very experienced in that session. Once I can establish direction, it normally runs beautifully. Definitely, Jay. And I think we're still in that sort of range where sort of Asia goes through sections of having like 3 months of very good price action, 3 months of not good price action. So of like 3 months, it's just beautiful sloping moves, okay? Just perfect. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs. Just beautiful. And then we go through 3 months of price action, which looks exactly like this. So yeah, we'll have to see what comes up. Appreciate it, Andy. No worries, Nisi. We've got Nisi and Jay on the live tonight, so massive shout out to both of them. Multiple 7 figures funded max. Yeah, I mean that's a hell of a statement as well. My cat is transfixed by your live mags. You even appeal to the animals. I didn't expect that, Lady H. Hope Lady H and Alan, you two are all good as well. Definitely let me know when you're back in Dubai as well. That should be good. I look forward to seeing you both again. Yeah, that's a hell of a title, Jay. Hell of a title. And someone in the group is about to very close to getting that six-figure funded title as well, which is really, really cool. I'm not going to reveal that just yet because we'll do a special announcement for that. So yeah. DV, I saw Magnet Max, then I saw your emoji. I'm not going to read that out, but yeah. I appreciate that, DB, as well. But yeah, let me know how your day's been though, guys. Obviously, it's been a US bank holiday today, so not much price action to really work off. There's been a couple of decent moves. I mean, it has just ranged, so I mean, if you were trading the range, you could have done all right. But it was probably better to stay out of the market today just because there's not much volume, there's not much volatility as we anticipated, and just kind of chilling and waiting for the actual moves that come tomorrow, really. Lady H. Watching from different places, Max. I am in Glasgow for work this week. Lady H is at home. Okay. Fair play. How's Glasgow? How's Glasgow? Yes. Yeah, I've seen the trial edit. I need to get back to you with a big message on that, mate, because it's quite a substantial plan. After that gap on open, I bought and just held that. Woke up 15k profit on all accounts. Nice, Jay. I did last night. I think there was. Well, we'll zoom in. I can't remember exactly where it was. I posted it in the Discord. We were talking. This position here, after such an impulse move, you can normally catch a very, very safe buy, but it's again risky. There was another one today. I can't remember where it was. I think it was down here, about this sort of falling wedge here. Again, it's very confident that it's going to move to the upside, but just the lack of volatility, the lack of liquidity in the markets means it's just not nice to trade, and you don't need to force positions. There's plenty of opportunities to come. We've just started 2026. Okay, you've got plenty of time to make a lot of money. There's no need to rush. All right, the moment Max just got here early. Okay, nice, Alan. Well, keep us updated with how it goes, mate. Hi, Coles. Hello, mate. How you doing? Let me know. Oh, wait, your response then. Talk to you soon. Okay, talk to you soon, mate. Evening, new to all this. Hi, mate. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you've got any questions on these live streams. I do tend to. We have a quick catch up, see how everyone is, have a conversation. Then from there, I mark up the charts, come up with a plan for tomorrow, and answer any questions throughout it. So if you do have any trading questions, anything at all, just let me know. And then I do run a private community. The link is on the YouTube description, where you can gain access to signals, courses, analysis, full community, private funding service, support, everything you need to really make it in this space, and resources that you really haven't seen. For example, C.Arg today calling the literal top on a few different things. Actually, his levels were pretty insane. He's going to be pushing more of his levels out, just free to the full community. We've sort of come up with a plan for him over the last few days, been working a few things out. So we've said he's going to be doing sort of 1 to 2 live streams every 2 weeks, trying to push it to 1 a week, bringing out bite-sized resources to sort of get your foot in the door when it comes to fundamentals and quantitative and macro data modeling. Just very, very, very basics, bite-sized pieces, because I understand a lot of people are interested in that side of trading, but they don't know how to get the foot in the door. So those little bite-sized resources to get your foot in the door, and then also providing levels throughout the week that you can use in your trading. They're extremely accurate, just to highlight how you can utilize those resources to come up with extremely high value levels. So definitely taking a look at that as well. So yeah, appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, if you do enjoy the live, double tapping the screen does help spread the live around. Need to go for 100. Yeah, Craig's been slacking. I'm pretty sure. What was it? It was like a 60. Was it 65 R trade, Craig? Was it 65? Which is anything under like 100 risk to reward really isn't worth it. Like Craig, yeah, 63. There we go. I mean, come on, Craig. Seriously. I'm joking, by the way, guys. Craig's an absolute beast. I hope that it comes across that way. Oh, nice, Andy. Chat and phone doesn't match my telly. What do you mean, Jordan? The chats are different. What do you mean? Habibi, how are you? I'm good, mate. How are you? Love that, Habibi. Okay, let's start marking up some charts and see what we can come up with as a plan. Again, if you do have any questions throughout, guys, just let me know. Terrible, I know. Although I did do 118 for the week. Yeah, it's all right, Craig. I suppose it'll do. It'll do. We sell tonight. Definitely be careful. What we'll do is we'll come up with a plan and then we'll go from there. I don't ever just do this. If this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. If I say do this, that's very emotional. And do this. It's very emotional. Whereas if this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. It's more structured. It's more planned out. It's less emotional. And it's just overall better. So that's what we're going to be looking to do. Hello, XPR. Hello. Craig leaves some for the rest of us. He's taken all the R. Yeah, very, very, very nice, Craig. Very, very nice. Okay, so we're holding above the VWAP here. Let's switch to this chart so it's a bit better. Oh, there we go. This was what was given earlier. The sort of breakout from this. I did say about this in the private group. I did say I was staying out because just low liquidity, low volume, but it was a very high probability move. This trend line here has been very, very, very strong, by the way, very strong. Quite a few people in the Discord actually had this level, but they didn't have the trend line. They had some other level there. I don't know what their level was, but quite a few people actually had that, which was good to see. So let's actually zoom in a little bit. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go like this. Just pull these out. I'm going to get rid of this now. We got this previous high here. Just want to clear up the chart a little bit. You can see these are a few of the buy positions which we've called recently. This one here, this one here, this one here. And then the actual drop below 45.50 was given on the live last week as well. Okay, let's see what we can come up with. Okay, DB. Okay, that's all good. Hello, Brian. Hello. Okay, let's mark up some stuff and see what we can come up with. So, first thing, obvious level, this previous all-time high here. This is a very, very strong level. Previous all-time highs are very nice levels to mark up, as well as psychological levels as well. So, keep an eye on the 4,600 level is definitely important as well. I'm going to move this up here. I actually don't really like this, so I'm going to move this off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove VWAP for the time of being, just so we got a bit of a clearer image. I'm going to remove the text on this, so we got a bit clearer as well. There we go. Okay, very nice clean chart. That is a hell of a gap up. Jesus. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Let's see what we can sort of come up with then. Okay, so we do have golden pocket, previous value area high here. I will mark this up. Here we go. There we go. So golden pocket plus previous value area high plus point of control plus trend. Wide trade gold, it's very volatile, lots of liquidity, tons of opportunity, and I really like it. I've traded it for a long time, and so yeah. I don't recommend something coming on from that. I don't recommend trading multiple pairs, like a lot of different pairs. I do think it's a lot better to find one, maybe two pairs that you're very, very familiar with and sticking with those. There's a few ways to easily optimize yourself, and just to list off a few. One of them is see which pairs you are the best on, and you've literally got the track record in your trade history to figure this out. So which pairs are you the best on? Why trade pairs if you're not particularly good at them? So the 1 to 2 best pairs that you trade, just trade those. We don't want low probability. We want the best, okay? It's like a message I put in the private group, I think, not last week, the week before. If you're a losing trader or a break-even trader, there's 2 ways that you achieve profitability from that circumstance. One of them is to enter more winning trades, and then the other option is to enter less losing trades. The vast majority of people try and enter more winning trades to compensate and to bring them out of unprofitability. When in actuality, the far better way to do it is to actually take less losing trades, not more trades, less trades to make more profits. And the reason behind this is because if you're trying to take more winners, your edge in the market while you make money, okay, that might have diminishing returns the more you trade. There might not be a lot of opportunities for your system. So forcing your system to print you a signal isn't a good idea. So 1, your system might not give you enough opportunities to increase the amount of winners that you're taking. 2, you're going to be spending more money on fees, spreads, etc., which can eat away at your edge. 3, more time in the market, which means more time your emotions have to take over. There's more room for error. Whereas taking less losers means less time in the market, less room for emotional mistakes, less fees, less spreads, and it allows you to focus on when your system is the best. So if you're losing, instead of trying to take more winners, try to take less losers. It's the best way to go. And so leading on from that, easy ways to optimize yourself for these markets is look for 1, 2 pairs maximum that you perform particularly well on and just trade those. Second thing, look at which markets you perform best in. What I mean by that is like what session. So do you perform best during Asia session? Do you perform best during New York session? Do you perform best during London session? I don't know who performs best during London session, but I need to talk with you because London session is awful. But regardless, which session do you perform best in? Okay, just trade that session. Which times do you perform best when it's high volatility, as soon as like New York opens, for example? Or do you perform best once it's settled down? Those are easy ways to optimize yourself. I gotta jump over the wall I built. Yeah, Craig, it hasn't actually tested the wall. It's just kind of jumped over it. The wall is still up. It just jumped over it for a bit. DB, that's hilarious. I've been trading about over 6 years now, about six and a half years now. So a fair bit of time. Excuse me, use my wall as support now. I would not be surprised. That's this level here. I'm pretty sure the resistance we had is this. It's just this level, but I've flipped it on its head. Okay. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we'll continue marking up some stuff. I'm only really going to be looking for buys. Again, gold currently is just fundamentally very, very bullish. Everything's in place for gold to continue to do well. And so I don't want to get in the way of that. You know, we are literally at an all-time high. I don't want to try and catch the top, although we might be able to hedge some buys with some nice sells and try and profit on those little pullbacks. In most circumstances, it's not worth it. Unless we do have like a break of structure and then we come back up to like a previous low golden pocket, something like this, then it could be nice. But unless something very, very nice happens like that, I'm not really too bothered. I'm using my wall. Yeah. Craig will be looking there. So that blue chart on the left using called. On the left. Do you mean this here? Plague, do you mean this here? So can you tell me what type of strategy do you usually use? Plague, let me know if this is it. So I use top-down analysis, really. So I look for areas of confluence to trade. And basically what that means is I look for anything that I think gives me an edge. So I use things like VWAP, volume weighted average price. I use things like value area high, value area low, point of control, negative points of control, Fibonacci, trend lines, anything daily opens. Like anything that I see really works, I'll use to find confluence. So what confluence is basically imagine I'm Price and I'm trying to get through a door. If you've been on the lives before, you've probably heard this analogy. But if I'm trying to get through a door, if there's one door there, I can just break through it. If there's one area of support, then Price can just break through it. But if I stack a bunch of doors together, it's going to be a lot harder for me to break through, okay? It's going to be a lot harder. If we stack a lot of support, it's going to be a lot harder. So for example, if there's just daily open, yeah, we could get a bounce, but chances are we might break through. But if there's daily open, golden pocket, high volume node, trend line, all of those things coming in a very small area, there's a very high probability that we bounce from that level. And so that high probability is where the edge in the system comes from. Yes, Plague, so this is called a volume profile. It basically shows volume at a specific price. Most people are familiar with volume at a specific time. Volume profile shows volume at a specific price. So you can see these big sort of candles here. These are volume spikes. So when it spikes in, we'll zoom in a bit just so you can see. So when volume's here, this is a low volume node, an area where there's not many transactions. This, you can see here, big spikes. This is a high volume node. This is where there's a lot of volume. This can act as support or resistance, okay? So this is what this is. The door analogy, Alex. Super sideways today. I don't usually do it, but every time it hits 75, 81 today, instant sell on repeat. Be milking that cow. Nice, Curtis. Really nice. Yeah, I mean, US was bank holiday today, so there wasn't enough volume volatility to really break us out, really. But fair play. I mean, identifying that there isn't enough volume to break us out either way, and just scalping the range is very smart, to be fair. Craig. Single glaze hard to break, triple glaze good. DB, next time it comes up, I will bring out the window analogy. That's brilliant. 3% on my 5k funded on first day. Very nice, Reese. Very, very nice. Seriously good start, Reese. Is that instant funded or is that a challenge account? Yeah, profitable system. So Andy, it took me about a year and a half, 2 years to really start seeing consistency. So I got into trading through crypto. I found out about crypto during school, and so I got into it that way. And I started just investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum. Then I went down the rabbit hole of all different types of crypto, and then I started leverage trading altcoins, which was awful, and I made a lot of money. Like it was very, very good. It was during a time where crypto just went up, and so all you do is place 100x leveraged buy on like Solana or something, and you make tons of money. And then also it was during the like DeFi era. If you don't know about crypto is an awful space on the whole. Be very careful. And if anyone asks you to send them crypto, they are scamming you. So be very careful of that. But during the whole decentralized finance era, when that was really taking off, I made a lot of money there. And then I lost an absolute ungodly amount of money. And I still had a job at the time. And that was a very bad day. I worked at McDonald's at the time. That was a very very bad day. But from that point on, I was like, okay, I really need to do this. And so I scraped together what I had. I built up a little bit of a knowledge. It's just my risk management wasn't really there. And then I just kind of focused up from there. And then about a year after that, things started really ramping up. You lost all of that money. So basically, this is a cool little story. We'll continue into the charts in a moment and come up with some more nice levels, but I feel like it's important. I definitely learned a lot of lessons in the crypto space and a lot of lessons during that period of time. I think if you ever lose a lot of money and then you can make it back, that does show something. And so basically there was a crypto called Terra Luna, and it was basically an algorithmic stable coin. So basically a normal stable coin in crypto. I think this is important to know because the crypto space is, in my opinion, here to stay. So these are important things to know, okay? A lot of people are making a lot of money with crypto. It's becoming adopted around the world. So I think these are important conversations to have as well. But basically, and in case you see it in the future, you know to avoid it. But basically, a normal stable coin, they're called, for example, USDT, owned by Tether, they have a US dollar backed to every USDT. So for every USDT in existence, there is a US dollar, theoretically, in a vault somewhere that backs it one-to-one, okay? But what these algorithmic stablecoins did is they artificially increased and decreased supply to maintain the peg, okay? The peg is the Terra dollar to the normal dollar. Sounds a bit confusing, but basically they artificially increase supply or decrease supply to maintain the peg. And one day, the currency got depegged. So the whole idea behind this crypto was it was worth $1. It was always going to be worth $1. And then it wasn't. And then everyone absolutely crapped themselves. The owner of Luna, Daquan, I think that's his name. He is now in prison, I'm pretty sure, for like a lot of years. And he made like hundreds of billions. And yeah, and that basically dropped by about 99% in a few days. And I lost quite a bit of money. So yeah. What time frame is this? Mark, this is currently a 24-minute time frame. Fraction, I appreciate that. No, Crypto Puffy, good eye. Look forward to the story. I've never gone too far down the crypto lane. Damn, yeah. Rug pull. It was a complicated rug pull. That's what it was. It wasn't as simple as pull the liquidity out. There was more on there, but you know, there was a lot of people who actually took their own lives during that whole situation. A lot of people lost a very large amount of money. People lost hundreds of millions, if not billions, during that situation. It was extremely bad, and so yeah, it was crazy. But definitely be careful with crypto. I think this is a great segue into be bloody careful in the crypto space, okay? Be insanely careful. Vast majority of crypto scams, I was speaking to actually a guy who runs the financial fraud helpline in the UK. So when you phone up the financial fraud helpline in the UK, chances are him and his team will answer you. They take about 3,000 calls a day. And I was speaking to him the other day. Basically, there was a lot of people, not a lot of people, but people in the group who, you know, they get messaged by someone pretending to be me or this, that, and the other. And there's so many scams in this place that I want to know from his point of view what we can do as a community to sort of combat that. So I think it was an important conversation to have. And he said the vast majority of them, are crypto, just because it's so easy nowadays with crypto. They don't bother with any other option nowadays unless it's cash. He did say there was a few instances of people turning up dressed as police officers to collect cash. Police officers will never collect cash off you. Do not do that. And crypto, just never do business in crypto unless you 100% trust the person. Ever. There's no need to. So yeah, just don't send anyone crypto, ever. And if you ever have to, please message in the community first. I don't really know what crypto is. Don't go down the rabbit hole, Leanne. It's a scary place. 39,000 in crypto from being scammed. Yeah, Andy, it's an awful place. Crypto is, look, I do love crypto. I think it's amazing, and it definitely has its place in the world and is very, very useful. Very useful. If you've ever tried to send a large amount of money, like across border, like internationally, then you know that there's a lot of paperwork. It's a pain in the ass. Banks can be very annoying, and it's not good. It's not good for business. Whereas crypto is borderless and it's instant. It's really nice. It's very good. So there are advantages to it. Definitely a bit of a segue, a bit of a tangent tonight, guys. I hope it's been valuable for you. And if you do have any questions regarding trading, regarding crypto, let me know. I can happily answer it. And yeah, definitely been through the gutter in the trading space and in the crypto space. So most problems and most mistakes that you've made or that you're going to make in your trading/crypto journey, there's a very high likelihood that I've made it, unfortunately. Hello, NMA. A guy holds crypto and he's checking it every 5 minutes. Yeah, that is when you first get into the crypto space, and this is one of the reasons I actually sort of DCA'd out of crypto. I said in the private group and in the public group and on lives that I've, since about 85k on Bitcoin all the way up, I've been like DCAing out, because when you hold a large amount of your portfolio in crypto, you know, you want to look at it all the time, and it just takes up a large amount of your mental space, and eventually that isn't worth the potential gains. And, you know, as people talk about amazing investments in crypto and their huge percentage gains, but there's amazing investments all over as well. So it's not the only way to make a lot of money. So yeah, XPR, you need to tell him to chill. That's not good to be like that. I like the hard. Yeah. Cryptos are a pain. It really is. So like, this might sound really stupid, but like, if a prop has paid me out in crypto USDC, would you say convert that to pounds, or is holding that fine? NMA, so first off, this topic, not financial advice at all. If they've sent it to you on an exchange, have they sent it to you on an exchange, or have they sent it to you to a cold wallet? Because that makes it very different. And I'm just going to outline it very cautiously. But did they send it to you on an exchange, or did they send it to you to a cold wallet? Because that changes things drastically. To my rep. Okay. So chances are any crypto exchanges now, and I think I'd count Revolut as one, since the start of 2026, they do have to make HMRC aware of your crypto holdings, and this goes for any exchanges. It started on the 1st of 2026. So I'd probably go speak to an accountant and make sure it's all good. Just the best thing to do when it comes to a tax perspective is everyone's situation's different, and the best thing to do is speak to an expert in the field most of the time. And when it comes to crypto, there are traditional accountants are crap with it. They really are. So looking for sort of a specialist is a good idea. Do they have to let a taxman know if it goes into a cold wallet? Well, Lee, look, I'm going to say yes, but if a company sends money to a cold wallet that I have never interacted with, is not in my name, is just a simple bunch of letters and numbers, and I've never moved money from that wallet to an exchange to cash out, then how is it at all tied to me, if that makes sense? Like, that's obviously, I'm saying, like, you know, you need to go down the proper rules and regulation and everything like that, but there's that perspective as well. How would they know? But please, not financial advice. Consult an expert in the with tax and everything. Please do. Would they have informed the HMRC? Yeah, when it comes to exchanges, yes. Exchanges have to, and any sort of I don't know whether hot wallets do. Probably do. But yeah, it's best to declare it in most circumstances. Mark M, no. So unless you've got a spread betting account, and spread betting, you only get it tax free if it's not your main source of income. From what I'm aware, if it's your main source of income, then it doesn't. Then it's not got the same tax benefits. I'm pretty sure it still has benefits, but not the same ones. But no, like traditionally trading, isn't the same as spread betting. I'm going to be the richest postman ever. Love that, Andy. I was wondering if it's safe to hold that USDC in Revolut, or it's better to move it to my cash account. It's probably fine in the Revolut. I haven't had any problems with Revolut, and yeah, but it depends how much it is. It's always better to keep crypto in cold storage, and then if you're not gonna utilize the crypto, then you might as well have it in cash. So yeah, and I may move it. Yeah, if you want to hold on to the crypto, then it's best to get it off exchanges and have it in a cold wallet. If you want the cash, then it's probably best to convert it to cash, but it depends on your situation. HMRC, yeah. A lot of questions to do with that tonight. HMRC is definitely one of those things where it doesn't, a friend said this, HMRC, and taxes, it doesn't impact you this year, it doesn't impact you next year, it doesn't even impact you the year after that. It's 5 years down the line. You think everything's all sorted, and then they come knocking and just crush your hopes and dreams. So don't do it to protect yourself now. Don't do it to protect yourself in a year's time. Do it to protect yourself from that letter you're going to get in 5 years that you really don't want. Or move to Dubai. Crypto puppy. I'll be in Dubai by then. HMRC tax you even when you're dead. Yeah, it's the old saying, isn't it? The only two things are certain: death and taxes. What's that, Gustus? What do you mean? What do you mean that combination? DB, that's class. But yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, we've gone off on a few tangents tonight, but I hope you've found value in it. I hope it's been good. I've really enjoyed it. And if you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen does help spread the live out. And if you haven't already, definitely checking out the private group. The link is on the description, where I do post signals analysis courses. You get full access to the community, private funding service, just the best place to learn and grow as a trader. It really, really is. And we're really building the best. So if you want to get involved in that, drop me a message and we'll get you on board. Oh, like do a full-on session with them, Gustus. Anime, you need to teach us the loopholes. In lump sums instead of small withdrawals periods of say 6 months, so you can keep track of tax. Andy, you get like a broker statement at the end of each month emailed to you. So keeping track of it isn't, like, trading isn't that difficult to keep track of. There's there's businesses out there that do thousands and thousands of transactions every single day. So it's not too bad to keep track of. I hear all the time Asia sweeps in sessions of trading. Can you explain what your take is on this? Clarify the term. So when people mention Asia sweeps, they're normally referring to price sweeping the Asia high or the Asia low. So we'll where's, let me put this on. Okay. So what it basically means is, let me just remove this because I don't like those vertical lines. They're actually awful. Okay. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. So what Asia sweeps mean is basically price sweeps Asia high or sweeps Asia low. Basically, the thesis behind that is there's going to be a lot of orders above the Asia high and a lot of orders above the Asia low. There's going to be huge amounts of liquidity, external liquidity it's called. So when people talk about liquidity, like they kind of say liquidity rests above and below highs. Although that is true, liquidity also rests throughout the market. So there's internal liquidity and then there's external liquidity. So what they're looking for is they're looking for a draw on external liquidity from the Asia high or the Asia low. So basically they're looking for price to take out the Asia high, like run into a lot of orders there and then fall back down, or sweep the Asia low and then again go up. So basically what a lot of people say isn't entirely true how it actually works, but their thesis behind it is a lot of people are going to put their stop losses below this low. And so when we come here, what's a stop loss? So when we come here, there's going to be a lot of orders. And so basically we're going to hit all of those orders and then we're going to go back up. That's basically what it's saying. It's not my personal cup of tea. DB. Screens for... Oh, okay, sorry. Wait there. Do apologise, guys. We'll get this sorted ASAP. That was an important thing as well. I'll re-go over it, no worries. There we go. Okay, let me know if you can see the screen now, guys. BC Pumping, it had a huge drop earlier. Let me know if you can see the screen. Let me move this over here. Perfect. Such an high. Like always, I'm pretty sure you can get it to show the previous. No, you can get it to show previous day high, previous day low, previous week high, previous week low. I have them turned off though, but you can, depending on your system, you can be. Okay, perfect. So basically, when people say sweeps of Asia high or sweeps of Asia low, what they're doing is they're looking at the Asia session, and they're basically saying that we are going to take out the high and come back down, or take out the low and come back in. That's basically what they're saying. And they're anticipating there to be a lot of orders below this level. So when we come into this, we wick into a lot of orders, and then we boom to the upside. Or we come up here, we wick into a lot of orders, and then we come to the downside. Again, it's not my personal cup of tea, but you know, some people have a lot of success with it. So yeah. And one thing which is very important in the trading space is a lot of people are getting you to watch their videos. They're trying to appeal to you, okay? They're trying to get you to watch their videos for a long time to build trust to eventually buy something or whatever off them. So a lot of the content out there isn't what works. It isn't what you need to hear. It's what you want to hear. That's what trading content creators, majority of them, want to put out. They don't want to put out what you need to hear, because what you need to hear is boring, long, a bit annoying, and it doesn't sound that interesting. They want to put out what you want to hear. What do you want to hear? You want to hear a system, wait there, that magically, okay, you can wake up in the morning, before London session, when Asia's closed, you have a clear area to buy, a clear area to sell each day. It's super objective. What do people want in the trading space? They want a setup that they can have each day. If you're looking for Asia high sweeps and Asia low sweeps, every single day you wake up, you've got that opportunity. So that's tick box 1. They want something objective. It's super objective, okay? And they want it to work sometimes so they can show it working. It does work sometimes so they can show it working. It's the perfect system to basically make people feel good about themselves. And so that's something important as well. It can work. It can work, okay, with a mixture of things. But just being careful of what content you're digesting in the trading space is definitely important as well. There's a lot of guff out there, trading on YouTube, proper toe curling crap. 100% agree, DB. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think there's 2 fields of trading, and well, 3. One of them is purely technical. This just isn't mechanical, okay? Purely mechanical, technical systems. If it was good, you wouldn't see a video of it, or someone wouldn't be teaching it to you, because they just code it, turn it into a bot and print money. And no, they wouldn't let you follow the bot. Every single bot you see online does not work, okay? This is very clear now. But if it was completely mechanical and technical, you could just code a bot, therefore you wouldn't see it online. So therefore we know it's not completely mechanical. So therefore technical systems to be profitable require discretion, okay? That's discretion is when you use a system versus when you don't use a system. Now, on the other hand, there's fundamental systems, which with technical execution. These can be objective, okay? These can be very mechanical because you're on the side of the actual market drivers. They can be more mechanical, but you don't really hear about them in the trading space because, again, they're quite boring, quite lethargic. I don't know whether lethargic's the word. Laborious is the word. Hello, Robkin. Hello, Lady Y. Definitely a few tangents tonight. I hope they've been of value though. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's get these. By the way, the session indicator that I'm using here is Sessions by LuxAlgo. If you want to know when London session is, when New York session is, when Asia session is, etc., just type in Sessions. It's the one by LuxAlgo. It's a very good indicator. LuxAlgo's got loads of brilliant indicators you can use. And yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend using loads of indicators, but they definitely have some good ones. Okay, let's continue. So we've got a nice buy level here, golden pocket, previous value area, high, point of control, trend line. Chuck, so how do you know to place a buy or place a sell? What you do, the long answer, is come up with a system through back testing, through forward testing, and various testing to find your edge in the markets. And then when you found your edge, when that edge is giving you the signal to buy, you buy. When it's giving you the sell, to sell. In the private community, I've got linked in the description, we do share the exact trades that are being entered with everything you need, and then analysis, as well as courses to become a profitable trader, private funding service community to help you. So if you are brand new to trading, I do definitely recommend going there, so you don't fall into the pit holes that are in the trading space. And yeah, it's what I wish I had when I was going into the trading space. So I definitely recommend taking a look at that. Okay, let's continue. So I'd preferably want to find something that lines up with this value. Doesn't quite line up, unfortunately, which is quite annoying. Let's try and cheat it a little. No, it's not working. I would like that, to be honest. I really want something around this value area low. Let's see what else we can find. The session volume profile from today is fairly useless because there wasn't much volume, so I'm not really going to use that. Okay, well, there we go. VWAP's there. Very nice. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Boom. Okay, so we got daily open plus golden pocket plus what else is there? Previous VWAP, which is very nice. Perfect. This looks good. Boom. There we go. Looks good. What settings do you have for volume profile? The exact same settings as I normally use. It's just row size is 200. So it's the exact same settings as the standard one. It's just with a row size 200. It basically adds more rows, so it's clearer, basically. But yeah, let me know if you've got any other questions, guys. Anything to do with trading, crypto, I'll happily answer. You know, there can be completely beginning questions or advanced questions. I'm happy to go into detail on them. And if you are new to the live, definitely drop a hi in the chat and welcome to the community. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you found some value with us. So yeah, so that's the settings I use for my fixed volume profile. Okay, I like these. Honestly, there's a big gap here. I think looking at the previous all-time high is definitely something I think it's definitely important to do. And then, yeah, I'm kind of happy with these three levels. You know, I want to see divergences as we approach the levels. And yeah, we'll go from there. What we've got. Oh, God. Ugh, that doesn't look fun. Yenik, so I dragged it from down here. So you can see this low. If we zoom in here. This low here. So I dragged it from this low here, to this high up here. And you can see lines up. So from this low to this high. Sometimes you got to get creative with the golden pockets. So yeah, but let me know, guys, if you've got any questions, and I hope you've enjoyed the live as well. The week properly starts tomorrow. Obviously, today has been a US bank holiday, so there hasn't been much volume, hasn't been much volatility. It was probably best to stay out of the market today, and then the true week begins tomorrow. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities. To everyone in the private group, I look forward to seeing your humongous profits, especially after Friday. Friday was one of the most ridiculous profit days I've ever seen. Just, you know, seems like every single message a member was making £5,000, £6,000, £7,000 every message I opened. It was just incredible. So hopefully we can have a few more of them days, set some more record profits, and continue into 2026 extremely strong. So yeah. Like always, if it's been hit. So if basically the low that you pull it from and the high that you pull it to, if the low is the lowest point between the high and the low, and the high is the highest point, the fib is valid, okay? The best way to know if a fib is valid versus invalid and to know if you're doing it right is to take a screenshot of the fib, put it in the Discord, at me, ask for members' opinions on it, and see if you're correct or if you're not correct. You can learn pretty much most things in that I go over here just by trying it, taking a screenshot, putting it in the community. Like, if people say it's right, if people say it's wrong, go back to the drawing board, do it again, go again. If it's right, if it's wrong, go back, do it again. And eventually you'll be like, okay, that's correct, that's correct, that's correct, that's correct. Boom, you've learned it, go again. That's the best way. Really is the best way to learn, is to just try, fail, do it again. Try, fail, do it again. Try, fail, do it again. Try, get it right, do it again, get it right, do it again, get it right, do it again, get it right. That's the best way to learn. So, yeah. So, I'll make these a bit bigger so you can see. These are the levels which I'm looking for. This doesn't mean as soon as price comes to these levels I'm going to buy. Not at all. I need to see confirmation as we approach these levels. But they are objectively very strong levels. So, yeah. NMA. What's it like working for HMRC? What is that actually like? Jason. Time for you to move to Dubai, anime. I think it might be. And hello, Bella, as well. I think it might be. I think it's time the full community just get up and move to Dubai. I feel like that's the way to go. Anime, that's very true. I think the eyes emoji really sum up. Make sure no one else is watching. Due to my little... okay. That's fair then. Hopefully we've got some more members coming out to Dubai very shortly. We're actually looking at flying another member out. I'm going for a meeting on Friday. We're going to be discussing that with the team on getting the next member out to the next few members out to Dubai. So we're going to be planning that. So that's going to be really, really cool as well. So yeah, should be good. Alan, that's good. I love that. If you work for HMRC, you get a staff discount off tax. That's actually brilliant. Discord is brilliant. You won't be waiting for an answer for too long. So many helpful members. 100% agree, Alan. And you know, the conversations that go on in the Discord are, you know, different than any other community I've ever seen. Everyone's very respectful. Everyone's mature most of the time, and yeah, if you want an answer, you know, you can get it there. Everyone's helping each other. Everyone's got the same goal, and it's, you know, to get better as a trader. You know, we've got people in the group who are extremely advanced, and they're just trying to refine their edge even more. And then we've got people who've just joined. They have no idea what trading is, and they're growing and profiting with the group as well. So regardless of experience, you know, it's an amazing place to be, and it's better than any other group, any of the trading group, trading course, trading thing out there. It really is. I'm yet to see better. So yeah. Witty conversations in Discord. There really is. Some of them are a bit crazy, especially with Aussie. So yeah. Max's second level. Yeah. This level here, I'll put the coordinates up. It's 8.9 to 9.5. I don't know why it's... Wait, that is... There we go. That's what it should be. Use for TP1, TP2, TP3. Jono, so I don't purely set TP1, TP2, TP3. When I'm in a trade, I don't really set a take profit. I have a stop loss because I want to put a floor on my losses, but I don't want to put a ceiling on my profits. So when we're riding in profit and we've moved normally around 1-to-1 risk to reward, then I'll look to take partials off the trade, move the stop loss up to either just below the most recent low, or, oh, that phone's... Oh, a second, my phone's run out of charge. So move it under the previous low, or well, that's what I do. And then once I've got it under the previous low, then I'll look to move it to break even as we go up further, and just take partials as we move up into profit. And then I trail my stop loss as well. So as the position rides, then I'm capturing as much of the move as possible. And that's how I see a position. I see a trade as a sort of fruit, another analogy, and I just want to squeeze as much out of it as I possibly can. And so I don't want to put ceilings on the trade. I want to squeeze as much out of that fruit as I possibly can. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. Wait, I need to go on here because my phone's out of charge. Love from India. Take care in India. Hope you're doing well. Awesome, thank you. All good, Jono. Okay, guys, I think we're going to finish up the live. There. I'll be posting my my levels and analysis inside the private group now. And obviously, with the trades that I take next week, I'll be posting them inside the private group. If you do want any more information on the private group, then just click the link in the YouTube description. Drop me a message, completely transparent. Anything you want to see, anything at all, just drop me a message and I'll happily provide it and show that we are the best community. We have the best signals, the best analysis, the best courses. So anything you need, let me know. And I hope everyone had an amazing night. Definitely a few tangents tonight, but I think it was really good. So anyway, guys, take care. Let me get this up so I can see everyone's. I want to see everyone's messages, but I can't see them on this phone. Actually, I can go in here. Anyway, guys, take care. Have a great rest of your night, guys. See you in a bit. See you in a bit, Jason. See you in a bit, Nisi. See you in a bit, Crypto Puppy. See you in a bit, Jono. Alan, take care, mate. See you in a bit, Dylan, NMA, and good luck with the taxes. See you in a bit, Jono, Graham, Craig, MVG. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your night, and let's smash this week. See you in a bit.